Starting screaming.
Oh yeah. Late night talks.
Yeah.
Okay. Watching it, staring right at it. Which might not work.
So, what's going on with you, Quentin?
Oh, working my actual job.
How is it?
That it is a job. It's good.
So you love it?
Got paid last week.
Ooh, how much did you get?
One almost 1300.
Dang, that's
But
not bad. That's for 2 weeks?
yeah.
That's pretty good.
And I didn't realize that I was gonna get $300 in taxes taken off. Plus an extra like 40 for my retirement thing.
Oh, it
So
automatically? It's like
yeah.
automatic retirement
So
withdrawals.
my gross pay was almost 1700, and out of that I got like 1283.
That means that you work like 15 hours just for taxes.
For the government. For the
Yeah.
government. Yeah, that's nice.
Ridiculous.
It's retarded.
It's 2 days.
Yeah, I gotta figure out.
What?
Because I know I get an employee discount, but I don't know where to use it. Because I know we have an employee store at our factory.
Ooh.
But not at the one I'm at.
Oh. Yeah. Get your employee discount and we'll load up a truck and a trailer and take it down here and sell it for triple the price that it costs you.
That'd be funny. But I'd get fired if they figured out I was doing it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they specifically said not to do that in the orientation.
Oh. Well, I
They
wasn't
said
there.
you can. Yeah, they said you can buy it for family members only.
Well, I'm part of the RSN family.
Oh, yep, that's right.
So.
Hey, I
don't
might
see a
have to
problem.
ask my manager because I cannot figure out if there's a way to do it online. Anyway, what do we talk about? I watched your video.
Oh.
And the only thing I remember from it that was important is you were talking about stocks.
Yes.
Which I have procrastinated on that for some. All I need to do is call E-Trade, get my account verified, and I can start. So I literally already put $200 in there, but for some reason it says I have to call them in order to like gain permission to trade.
Oh.
So for some reason I have to call them and like verify something, and then hopefully I will be able to start. So I already have 200 in there, and I'll probably put a little more in there if I start going good.
I wonder if there's an app where like you can add friends and you can watch each other's trades.
You're lagging really bad.
Oh.
Yeah, your video just cut out.
Well,
It's definitely your internet.
It's not my internet because my streams are both going fine.
How about, okay, it might be mine, maybe. Let me turn on my Wi-Fi.
Well, I don't think it's...
Even though my video...
You're not lagging for me.
I know, I don't know what's happening.
Maybe my Discord is lagging.
Yeah, I still can't see you.
Let me turn off the camera. Turn it back on. Oh, now my camera quality sucks.
Oh. Yeah, I still can't see it.
I might have to restart. Hang on, let me just close Discord.
Yeah. There you are.
Better?
Now I see you. Yeah, we're good.
Good.
The stream quality for me is crappy, but that could just be minor.
The stream
Okay,
quality
anyway.
is fine. Okay.
What I think would be fun is like every day, like obviously off stream, just like talk for 15 or 30 minutes just about stocks.
Did you hear my strategy that I was thinking about?
Well, yeah, you're like, take out the money that you earn on your businesses that are doing good and put them into their businesses that are doing bad. Something like that.
So I was thinking, so say you, just for an example, just a random number, $10,000 you put in. Say you spend $500 on 20, what would that be? That'd be 20 different stocks. And you spend $500 on each of them. And every day, right before the market opens, or right after it closes, whatever, you sell the top performing stock, all of your stuff, and then you take a percentage of that and you buy the worst performing stock. And you do that every single day. So every single day you're making money.
That's not how it works, though. You don't just put money into your worst performing stock.
No, but I forgot to say this part. Okay, in the video I said that it would only be like blue token or blue chip stocks, like the big companies in the S&P 500s that you know aren't going to fail.
Still, that's not...
It's not the best strategy, but you're making money.
You gotta look at it still. That's not necessarily a bad idea, but that's not going to be always the case. Right? You're not going to see a bad business and always be like, oh yeah, I need to put money. No, because a business can always lose money.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're like, oh, it's a big, whatever you called it, that will never fail, their stock can still tank.
Yeah.
Like, look at Tesla. Right?
Oh my gosh.
They could never recover from that.
Yeah, but the chances are
the chance of that, but it's still a chance. So it's like, you got to evaluate the chance with everything that you do.
But buying a lottery ticket...
It's not just a blind thing.
It's not still just a blind thing. It's still a chance if you buy a lottery ticket that you'll win.
What I'm saying is that strategy, you can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm not even going to think about it. Put my money into the worst performing stock. That's not how it works.
It's dollar cost averaging. Have you heard that?
Obviously, you don't always want to sell your best performing stocks because you also got to evaluate those because those could do better too.
They could, but do you hear what I'm saying though? Like every day, you're not maximizing your profits, right? But every day you're making money.
That's not how it works. So you could have more bad stocks on one day than good stocks, and you lose money. You're not gonna get money every single day.
No, you're making money on the stock, your top performing stock, because you don't make.
But that doesn't matter if you have more bad performing stocks than good performing stocks. You can't look at, oh, I made money on this stock. You have to look at, oh, I lost or gained this money overall.
You don't make or lose the money until you sell the stock.
Yeah, and you're suggesting sell the stock
and then make the money
well.
And make the money.
No, because if you have crappy performing stocks, then you're technically still losing the money.
No, because you haven't sold the stock yet. And if they're big company stocks, then they're probably going to come back.
That's not how it works.
I
Trust
set
me.
up I set up a market
promise
watch
you.
game, and I'm trying it from
I
now until the end of the
promise
year. I'll invite you to that game, and we'll see how it goes.
you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's not how it works.
I mean,
It's not how it works.
in theory, I know it's not
No.
how it works. It's not traditional. It's not the right thing. But in theory, it makes sense.
It makes sense sometimes, depending on the circumstances.
But if you do it every day, it averages out.
But you know, but why would you want it to average out? You want to get money, not average out.
No, it averages out to getting money every day.
Not if you're investing in garbage stocks.
It's not garbage stocks. It's the big stocks that are down.
You can't just blindly invest and pull money out and sell and buy. You have to. Obviously, it's going to be a gamble every time you do it.
Yeah.
But you don't want to blindly go, oh, this is my best performing stock. Let me just randomly sell it without taking a look and thinking, oh, they're going to keep going up. Right? Or, oh, let me just dump a bunch of money into the stock because it was performing bad. You don't do that.
Why not?
Because they could do worse. You want to do what's best.
They could do better too.
If you put all your money into stocks that are performing bad, you're likely just not going to average out.
Not all your money. Maybe that's
what you gain. You're just going to lose money. I promise you.
Maybe that's what's confusing you. You don't put all of the money that you get from selling.
No. Why would you put the money that you gain? What you're saying is, oh, I got this money from this stock. Let's put it into a poor performing stock.
No, not all of the money.
Do?
Not all of the money that you got from the good performing stock.
That you sold.
Yeah.
You sell a share.
Listen, think about it this way. If you buy an item, and it goes up in value, and you sell it, and you go to the store and you buy one that's on sale. And then you wait for that to go up, and you sell it, and you go buy another one on sale.
That's not how stocks work, though.
But
stocks don't go on sale and then are just gonna, be more in value automatically.
It does that all the time. I've been looking at them for like 2 years.
Yeah, you know what they also do all the time? Tank down, $60 per share, like frickin' Tesla.
And then you buy it. Like, if I had money to spend right now, I'd be buying Tesla stock.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, apparently you're already really invested in that, and you just lost a bunch of money, so.
I didn't lose it because I didn't sell it. I'm still up, like...
You better hope that comes back up.
Hundreds of %.
Okay. Let's look at... I'm going on to the stock market right now.
Okay.
Pull up the stock market. Pull up some Yahoo Finance.
Yahoo Finance. Okay, let me open it on the stream so they can see. Yahoo Finance. Okay.
Let's look at what Tesla did. Ooh.
Ooh! Yeah, my dad went to work super early today because of that.
So on the 10th it was $2.68 per share, and now it's $1.97. That's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad. So if you were
on the 18th.
So if you were doing this strategy, right, and if it happened to be the best performing stock in your portfolio, and you sold it on the 10th, now it's the worst performing stock, you buy it now.
Here is another thing you got to look at. Why did they tank?
Why did they
go down? What happened? What happened to cause them to go like that?
That's a good question. But
that's what you got to look at.
What happened the last time they tanked? It went back up. And the last time they tanked, it went back up.
says at an earnings call, third quarter earnings, and investors didn't like it, so the stock dropped. Because apparently gross margins were down. Yeah. And then you gotta look at like what's causing this, like high interest rates, monthly car payments.
I'm gonna send you an email to the stock market game. What email should I use?
23 R Schnell. 23 R Schnell?
Do you still have access to that?
I just never changed the name of it. That's my email I use.
At Gmail?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So, like, because you also got to think about it like this. The economy is terrible, right? So, naturally, stocks are just not doing good right now.
Yeah.
Unless you're invested in, like, Lockheed Martin. But you also got to think, because, like, if Trump gets back in office or something, I'm only going to assume the economy is going to start doing better.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Maybe that would be a good investment. But what if... Because, like, if we go into World War III, let's say, here soon, is Tesla going to be the stock? No. Tesla stock is going to go down.
Well, if we go into World War III, then most of the stocks are going to go down.
Except for war stocks.
Exactly.
See, okay, this is one thing I've been thinking. That would be the point of us talking every day. That I feel like could actually get us... What we got to do every day is look at current events and look at trends and buy from that. Like, for example, like, there's two examples I can think of right off the top of my head that, like, we need to be looking for. When Bud Light released the Dylan Mulvaney BS and they tanked, what should we have invested in?
Bud Light.
No. Bud Light. Why would you invest in Bud Light when they tanked?
Because they tanked. So
no one's
on sale.
No. What should you have invested in the moment you heard that from Bud Light?
Other beer companies.
Yes.
But
like Coors Light.
What's Bud Light?
Right? Because Coors right after that, their stock went up a ton. So you need to look at that and be like, oh, that happened. That is going to increase that stock. I need to get into it.
Do you remember when that Dylan thing happened?
No. But it wasn't until like a while after that Coors Light went up. So like that's just an example of like what you need to do. And I mean, some things happen too fast. Like the Middle East thing. Like that, unless you're freaking insider trading like Congress or something, you can't really predict that that's going to happen, so you don't really have time to get into that. Right?
Yeah.
But so that's just like an example.
That's a good example.
Looking at current events.
April.
So like just noticing trends and being like, oh, this happened. This company's probably going to benefit off that. So let's just get into it now. Sort of.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And there's,
I like that
and there's some risks to it too. Like, if we're both sitting here and we're like, yeah, that seems a really good opportunity for that company, then we just need to pile a bunch of money into it. And if it goes up a little bit, we still make money. If it goes down a little bit, we lose a bunch of money. But that's just a risk.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Let's do that. So what do you use E-Trade?
E-Trade, yes. I need to call him.
I had TD Ameritrade, and then Charles Schwab bought it. So now I have Charles Schwab.
Yeah, like you don't have time. Like, like it was the 6th, right?
The 6th?
The 6th is when Palestine or Hamas started the attack on Israel.
Oh.
I think.
I don't know.
And
October?
on that day, Lockheed Martin went from 400 to like 420, 430.
Oh yeah, I see
Like,
that.
just on the day. And then they rose up just a little bit. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, even something like that, even if we would have bought it, like, on the day after, the share price has still gone up $10. And honestly, like, I don't think, I don't know if this is a buy. This could be a buy, honestly, though. Because with how it's going right now, I think war stocks are just going to go up.
I think
It's like a
so
ratio.
too. I think war stocks are definitely going to go up. You know what's funny is if Trump was in office, none of these wars would be happening.
Isn't that funny?
That is funny.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
It is. So yeah, we should do that. We need to find some sources that could summarize that, and we could look at it real quick.
What do you mean?
Like to get these daily or
like current events.
Yeah, current events.
Like watching the news. Unfortunately, watching the news is a good place for me.
Well, it depends which news you watch.
But yeah, just looking at stuff and just thinking about stuff. Just every little thing. Because, like, obviously when I saw that Bud Light was doing that, I didn't think, oh, I should have invested in other beer companies. But that's what we should be thinking.
Hmm.
The second I saw that, I should have been like, oh yeah, people aren't going to like that. Invest in other.
Have you seen Bitcoin recently?
No.
Bro, you gotta check that out real quick. I don't know what happened. But like the day before,
$34,000.
yeah, the day before it shot up. I think when it was at like 26, so like around the 15th, I got an email from Andrew Tate talking about Bitcoin. And
The 15th of October?
Yeah. And then it went up.
Oh yeah.
And then it went up. And then it went up.
Yep. So, do you trade cryptocurrency? How does that work?
Yeah. Basically.
It's like you just buy and sell it.
Yeah. You can buy and sell, or you can use it to pay for things and have people pay you with it. I've never bought. Well, I have.
Well, you can't buy it now. Look how freaking expensive it is.
Well, you can
Just
buy
one share. You have to buy like 0.5 of a share.
Yeah.
0.05 of a share.
I've mined cryptocurrency on my old laptop, and I've sold cryptocurrency, but I don't. Well, I had my dad has bought cryptocurrency on my behalf. That means
Like imagine when Bitcoin first came out, pumping like $10,000 into that.
Yeah.
You'd be rich.
Well, you've heard the stories of people who did that and they lost the hard drive and
Lost it.
lost the password to their account.
Imagine. I just killed myself after this one.
Yeah.
Like, that is bad.
I mean, that is pretty bad. But on the other hand, I've heard some people talk about it this way, which kind of is a good point. If you get rich from something like that, where you just like, way back then, you just threw some money at it, and now you're rich, like, do you really deserve to be rich?
You didn't. No, that's just all luck. You did not. That's just luck. It's like the lottery or anything else, or being born into a wealthy family.
Exactly.
What can you do? What can you do?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is some juices.
Yeah, we should definitely start doing that. So I think you should call them as soon as you can and verify that account so we could do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Okay. And let me know. And I'll put in the same amount as you do, and we'll start. And we'll just start moving some stuff around.
Like, start on the same stocks. Well, we don't need to do these same stocks, but we should do, like, similar. Or, like, try different things out.
Yeah.
Go in on stuff. Go in on a full Bitcoin with me.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. You could buy a Raptor for 1 Bitcoin. A Gen 1 Raptor.
That's interesting.
Bro, I need a Raptor. I need a
Calm
Raptor,
down.
bro.
It's not that good. It's not that
I watched a freaking Raptor run to Baja, Mexico
I know.
today.
You sent me the video.
No, it was a new video.
Oh.
It was like 34 minutes long. Oh my gosh, bro. I need one. I want to go on that trip so bad.
That would be really fun.
So
especially as a side thing.
Bad, yeah.
Can you make money from those?
Well, yeah. I mean, you meet a bunch of people that can afford Raptors. You can use it for social media, like building your personal brand and stuff. And you can do a lot of other stuff with it. You can even sell stuff out of the trucks while you're down there because you don't need permits to sell anything. You could bring beer down there and sell it for 4 times what you paid for it. But it does cost. I looked into it for the full tour guide. It's $4,000 per truck, and that's for 2 people per truck, and it includes food, hotels, guides, and highway assistance.
What were you saying?
Frickin' A.
I'm looking at stocks. I'm sorry, I'm looking at stocks.
I said I was looking at the website, and it costs $4,000 per truck to enter the trip, and that includes 2 people, but all the hotels, food, the tour, like you get tour guides and highway assistance is all included. So basically,
yeah. So pretty much, the whole auto industry basically took a dump
today.
Which I mean is just this month.
Oh.
I mean, I think a lot of things probably took a dump, but as far as I'm aware, I mean that's probably because there's also problems with like the unions and stuff, like people laying off workers and contracts not working.
Yeah.
Like my freaking Ford, I'm invested in some Ford through my whatever you call it.
Ooh, yeah.
My dad's running. I think I have like 400 in an account. My dad just does.
Dang.
Whatever it's called. And I have Ford. And it went down a lot.
Yeah. It's at $9.
Well, I think. Well, actually, I think I bought it at like $9.
Oh, so then you're about even. I think I
Yeah,
have some
but
Ford.
I went up to 15. But I guess that's a dividend stock. You buy that for dividends.
Yeah.
Dividends are good. 6%. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But because if the auto industry's going down, that could mean it's a good time to invest. But I don't know, because auto industry's kind of a sketchy place right now.
Yeah, but they're not going anywhere.
They're not. But the problem is they're raising prices so much and everything just falling down. People are waking up to the electric car scam. So, yeah, everything's just kind of going down.
Yeah.
Anyway, was there anything else?
Yes.
I know you said you had more shower thoughts.
Oh, yeah, I did. I had some. Well, I was thinking. Well, since. So I was trying to figure out. Last night I was on like a deep train of thought into making money of some kind. And I was thinking, well, what's like one of the best ways to make money is to rent stuff out, because then it's making money without you being there, even though when you get it back you have to do some work like cleaning it or whatever. But so I was thinking, well, what could I rent out? And I was like, well, I could buy salvage title cars that work perfectly fine and rent them out.
No.
Why not?
Just because, well, renting isn't easy because you got to get like renter's insurance and you got to get contracts and stuff together and paperwork. And because I mean, as a side thing, it's not the best. Like, it'd have to be a pretty major side thing. Because I was talking about how we should rent cars, like, as a side thing, maybe in Texas. But I think we'd have to wait before we can put some effort into it. Because you got to manage it, obviously. You got to take care of it. Got to do any maintenance on it. You have to do things like sign contracts. You got to get those together. You got to get renter's insurance, right? Figure out everything that goes along with that. And, because I mean, yes, I'm not sure with salvage title if that has anything to do with renting. I'm not sure if that would affect it. Insurance would be more either way, though.
But
so you'd have to get a calculator out. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. You have to get a calculator out, basically. I think.
I know. I still have to
because,
look
like,
into
oh
that.
yeah, because like, what if a certain car is like $10,000 less on average with a salvage title? Then you would have to put some math together and be like, okay, insurance is going to charge me this much more.
Unless renter's insurance doesn't care.
I feel like it would, but you would have to look at that. But because the thing also with that is not only costs more, but coverage. Because I know for certain that some salvage title vehicles have trouble just with coverage. Like, sometimes they won't even cover it, even if you pay them more. Like, or they won't cover certain aspects of the vehicle. Which is dumb, because some salvage title vehicles are actually perfectly fine. But insurance wants any excuse to not cover you and get money.
Unless you open your own insurance company.
Okay, but that's not easy. That would have to be like a full-time business. But that is juicy money, because insurance is a scam.
It is. Insurance is so stupid. It's actually retarded.
It is retarded. It's like, oh, you're going to pay us thousands of dollars a year, and we're not even going to cover you when you get into an accident. Or, we will cover you, but you have to pay us a couple more $1,000.
Yeah. As
a deductible. Like, what even is that? What even is that?
Freaking retarded.
And after we cover you, we're going to make you pay more. We're going to jack your rates up.
Yep. It's a scam. So I was thinking
Like,
that.
I should not be paying $300 a month or $300 every 3 months or 4 months. I'm not sure which one it is.
I think it's every 3 months.
Too much. I think it is everything. I think I'm paying like 300 every 3 months for
Dang.
my insurance right now. Retarded. Stupid.
So I was thinking that, and then I was thinking about trailer rentals too, which would be a lot easier. Because
That is okay. So, no joke, I had this business idea a while ago. But you told me that it was already a thing that in one of your videos. RV share.
oh yeah,
Remember that? You
Mhm.
said that guy started that business. I actually had that idea a while ago. Like, a business where you trade. Because, yeah, this is exactly what they do. That sucks. Because, like, this is exactly what I would be thinking. That it sucks there's already a big business for this. But, yeah, set up a business that acts as, like, a third party. Because lots of people, they have trailers and RVs, trailers and RVs. And even, like, boats that they're not using that they could make passive income off of. So if you set up as a third person and just managed other people renting out their stuff and just took a portion of the profits, that could be chunky. Because, like, there are so many people that just have boats and trailers and RVs that they're not using. And if you went to them and were like, yeah, we'll rent this out, we'll manage it, we'll set down maybe a deposit for it, like a cleanliness deposit or whatever, like a security deposit. We'll set up all of that. We'll literally do all the work for you. We'll just take some of the money. People would flock to that.
Yeah, you're right. Because people have
I had that
so
I had that
many.
business idea a while ago.
Yeah, because
And you
people.
could also set up like in conjunction with it, you can set up a storage.
Yeah,
So you're like everything RV and trailer.
and it's
So
all
set up
stored there,
like
and they're
your
paying
office
you.
is yes. Like set up a little office and then next to it buy some land, that's some storage, and then hold in the office all the business. That is I came up with that a while ago, and that is a pretty good idea.
I like that idea.
It does suck though that there's already a huge company that basically does that exactly. I'd have to look into this a little bit.
But I mean, there's always room for competitors.
Yeah, well, that's why we'd have to look at it more. We'd have to look at where they're at, because, like, say they're not in Texas where we're at, right?
Mm.
And we do kind of a local thing.
Yeah,
That could be pretty juicy.
that could be.
But yeah, so that was kind of my idea. Is kind of rentals and third party people renting. And then you could also buy and sell, right?
Mhm.
Kind of be a online marketplace for RVs and trailers. Kind of like, you know, like car sales places.
That's a good idea too. But what I was talking about is like not like camping trailers, like motorcycle trailers, or like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like that would be good to like all trailers.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, like smaller things, yeah.
Because then you have like very, very little that can go wrong with them. And it's super easy to clean.
I mean, yeah, you can still have people that drive them off a cliff or something, but
That's
it'd
what
be
you have
better
insurance
than,
for.
like an RV.
And like when we
Well,
were
it's still annoying because renting, you're definitely, I think, underestimating how annoying renting can be, from what I've heard, because my grandparents, obviously, have quite a bit of money, and they've said they've done a lot of renting, and they tell me, like, yeah, it's good, like, there's potential in it, but it gets very annoying.
like they've rented their stuff out.
Yeah, they've had like multiple rental homes. They've had like multiple rental like places. They've done a ton of rentals before. And they say like obviously it's good, but people suck and they don't pay They leave it in a mess. They're uncooperative. Like, they say you have to be ready for that, and sometimes it's just not worth it. It's like they don't do rentals anymore because they said that it wasn't worth it.
But is it more annoying than a job?
Well, it depends on how much money you're making.
Exactly.
Because if you're making more money, then it might be worth it. But
so, if you're making good money and you have to deal with that, would you put up with that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like I can deal with stupid people pretty easy, too.
Yeah, I mean, we basically grew up...
There's a limit on what you can do. Yeah, there's a limit on what you can do.
we grew up around stupid people.
Exactly. We went to school for 12 years.
So, before it gets too late, I need your help because I told my mom I would apply for some jobs before today was over.
Today?
And I need your help.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay. So I'll pull it up on the screen. So I'm just gonna. I'll go through the list slowly.
Is there a way you can send them to me?
Yeah, I can send them to you.
Well,
can I send them to you on Discord?
Yeah, because I'll try to pull it up on my computer.
Okay, because if I had to send it through the phone, it would probably take a while. Okay, they're gonna be coming through the Discord.
Well, and I want to look at it. Okay, I want to look at it on the computer. My Discord might take a while to boot up.
Okay, so there's a couple that I'm interested in, a couple that I just saw that might be good, and are not.
Well, I think it's important to know that you don't have to just apply. Like, you might as well just apply, and then if you find something better, just tell them no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But there's so many different paths that I could go down that it's kind of frustrating. There's so many jobs.
What I would do is, if you have multiple different paths for ideas, pick one, the best looking company out of each of those paths, do an interview with them, ask a ton of questions, and then go from there.
Yeah.
But
this one looks really cool, but it's part-time. The dealership iPhone photographer, you got to look at that one.
Part-time?
Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But it does look pretty cool.
I'm eating some sour gummy worms.
Oh. So I was also thinking, there's a lot of server jobs that I'm sending to, which I was looking at because it's a little different. Because in Idaho, they only paid $3.25 an hour plus tips. But here they pay $15.50 an hour plus tips.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
that could be some juicy money.
And they say on average you get $100 to $120 a day in tips. But you work 10-hour days and you probably work 3 to 4 days a week.
Oh, so you wouldn't get a full 40 hours.
Well, you would. Well, some weeks.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as consistent.
Yeah, and it all depends on where you're at, too.
Yeah, and another problem with those, too, is they're not going to be as consistent.
Yeah, but I was saying...
making plans is going to be annoying.
Oh, yeah. It was when I was busing. I was saying, though...
Oh, frick.
I was thinking about this.
You might have a problem. Hold on.
Can I still talk?
I'm still on your Carson Costello. Log out. I'm gonna log out, but I don't remember my sign-in.
Frickin' A. Well, do you want me to send it all to that one? Did you already sign out?
Yeah, I already signed out. Frick.
Frickin' A.
Let me see if I do know it. Wait, are you human?
Beep boop bop.
Okay,
Beep
let's
beep
see
beep.
how freaking retarded this thing is. It gives me. Okay, nope. Login or password isn't valid. Rick, let me try my phone number. Oh. Okay, I'm here.
Okay, you're in.
That was. Yeah,
Okay.
fix it. Oh, frick. Shows that we're in the call, so it's kind of bugging out. Oh, do not join call. How do I get rid of this? How do I get rid of this garbage? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Whoa, you sent me a lot. Okay, I can't see it very well because there's a huge thing taking up most of the chat, which is the voice call, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
Oh.
It's like I'm not in it, but it's like here. Okay. Uber.
Okay.
Like a side thing.
Yeah.
That could be some juiciness stuff.
Yeah. You get to choose your own hours. You work as much as you want, whenever you want. Basically, but my mom and my grandpa don't want me going to other people's houses. This is the only problem.
Well, honestly, you have to deal with people.
Yeah.
Which, not the best. And, okay, I pressed open. It didn't open.
Okay, but I was...
Okay, none of these are opening. None of these are opening, so I'm just going to have to look at them. Oh, wait. Here we go.
I was going to say, though, I was looking at the server jobs because I was thinking about what if I got my realtor's license just to get, because it's cheap and it's easy, and I could just talk to people and work on my social skills, and maybe I could sell someone a house.
I don't think that is a good idea.
Why not?
Personally. Too much time to take the course, too much money to take the course, and if you're not going to focus on it, and you don't have personal connections that you could sell to, not worth it. Because, like, my dad, back when he actually, like, spent a ton of time and was doing it, like, pretty majorly part-time, it was decent, but not good.
Well, that's because he was doing it part-time.
And now, yeah, and that's what you'd be doing. And now, the only time he uses it is for, like, family. Because, like, my aunt and uncle bought a place, and they had it go through him. And my grandparents had something go through him, like him do some paperwork and stuff for them.
Yeah. But even then...
I don't think you would get out of it what you put into it.
Well, it doesn't take much to put into it.
What was the best server you're looking at?
They're all like
Olive Garden, Red Lobster.
They're all $15.50
what,
an hour
like
plus tips.
15.
Yeah.
That could be some good money.
Yeah.
What else? Delivery driver. Probably not the best money.
You get tips?
Yeah, I guess so. That my dad said that's his favorite job he's ever done.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut delivery driver.
I mean, rental, it would be sales. Fun. Yeah, some of them are just like random things that I found. I should.
Okay, so teller. 20 to 28. So probably 20. That's if it works. Mm-hmm. All you need is a high school diploma. Less than 1 year of previous related experience. I don't know what that means.
I think because
That's kind of sketchy.
they want to train you their way. That's what I would have to guess.
The problem is, like, does related experience mean at a bank or just any job?
Probably at a bank.
I don't know. Yeah, so rental sales associate, 16 to 17 an hour. Why so little pay?
I know, that's how all of them are. It's stupid.
It sucks because the jobs that have better hours are probably just going to be less money.
Yeah. That's what it is. You pay for the convenience.
Real estate showing agent?
Oh yeah,
Does that require a license?
Yeah, I meant to take that one off because I just saw that it required a license. But I thought it didn't at first.
But that'd be like working for a company
Mm-hmm.
with your license, which could be pretty. That's kind of like. I wonder if that'd be worth it. Obviously not for like either of us. I don't think we would ever do it. But I wonder if you did get your realtor's license, if it would be better. I mean, obviously the ceiling would be higher alone, but I don't know. Jewelry specialist, huh?
A what?
What is a driver associate? Jewelry specialist.
Oh yeah, I was thinking. Well, because I figured that you probably could meet some high-level people there.
Yeah. What is a driver associate? What is this company for? Logistics?
Driver associate.
Amazon delivery service partner.
Oh yeah, basically.
Oh, so you just drive around and deliver packages?
Yeah. And it's weird.
19 an hour, not 10.
Because there's a ton of these, but on almost all of them it says for 21 years and older, except for this one. And you can also do overtime, and they pay you time and a half. So it would be $30 an hour for overtime.
Yeah. A plumber. Good money.
Yeah.
Delivery driver. Those, I would maybe look into delivery.
But the only downside with that is that you have to drive your own car.
Oh yeah, you don't really have that.
Well, I could drive the Kia Soul, but unless Domino's has some company cars, I've seen.
In and out, huh?
Bro, they started in 1975.
Yeah, but you don't want to work.
I like In-N-Out. I mean, I wear In-N-Out every day. But yeah, that's another thing.
Fast food? Yeah, no.
But also, think about Chick-fil-A. People like people that work at Chick-fil-A because their customer service is, like, so good.
Airport customer service.
Yeah, I could get free flights.
You can fly up here. Is it?
Yeah.
Pay for me to come down there? There's not much to this job description.
Which one?
No pay. Airport customer service agent, GAT airline ground support.
Yeah, that one's really weird because there's not even an airport, like, close to Santa Clarita. Where it says it's at, it's kind of sketchy.
That's interesting.
But GAT is a reputable company.
Member service representative. That probably needs some juice. So like this is like phone calls and stuff.
Yeah.
Which
Oh.
I do not.
I wouldn't mind.
Phone calls.
Because I need to work on that. I suck
Me
at
too.
phone calls.
I hate phone calls so much. Yeah, experience. Cash handling, 3 years preferred. Banking, 3 years preferred. Customer service, 3 years preferred. And credit union, 1 year preferred.
Well, it just says preferred, so who knows?
They say preferred, but that basically means required. But
well, it's also been posted for like a year.
Okay, so I've looked at all of them.
So which one should I apply for? Did you look at the U-Haul one at the very, very bottom?
Those are what you have?
Yeah.
Member service representative? What?
What?
Oh, it's at the very bottom and has no picture.
Yeah. I think
Take a look.
I'm gonna apply for that one because they'll sponsor me to get my commercial driver's license. But that means that I'll probably have to work for them for a year.
Oh, like they require you to work for them for a certain amount of time for you to get it?
Yeah, basically to pay it off.
Pay range 19 to 40.
For the U-Haul?
Probably start at 19. Yeah, that's what it says.
Dang, I didn't see that part.
It has an easy apply option, which is nice.
Yeah. So, which ones should I? I need to apply for some today. What do you think would be the...
Have you looked a lot at this U-Haul? And it looks decent?
Yeah.
You could always apply for that.
Yeah.
Just cause.
That was on the list.
And then I opened up the ones that looked easiest. Hold on. I didn't open up any of the servers, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're basically all the same job. Just at different places. Except for the sushi places. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think that one would be kind of boring.
A teller would be kind of cool, I guess, but...
But it's at school's first credit union.
Well... And it's just...
I do have some other...
It'd be kind of sketchy on whether you could get it or not. But...
I'll actually send you real quick. There's a bank down the street that has a teller's position open that I meet the requirements for.
Why didn't you send it to me?
Because it's not
on the list.
Not on Indeed, so I have to go and find it. What the frick, man?
I have an idea. Find some places that you're interested in and ask if you can job shadow or get a tour and see what they do and I can tell them.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad idea. Here we go.
It's funny because I just got back from work and I already need to go to bed to go.
That is funny. Oh, never mind. I think it's gone.
Oh, that's good.
Frickin' A. That was right down the street, and I met. You know what's really weird is none of the big banks are looking for tellers.
Probably because they're an opening position. People flock in. I think the best would be delivery driver if you had a car. Some of the servers, honestly, if you like serving, could be good.
Well, that's the thing, though, is I've never served, and when I was a buster, I said I would never work in another restaurant, because it was not very fun.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But part of that
work is not fun.
Part of that reason was because I was getting tipped out by the servers, who didn't pay me the tips they were supposed to pay me. But if you're a server and you're in charge of the tips...
Yeah, that's just... It's like there's juicy money potential in it, but yeah, it's not fun work.
Go on Indeed and go to the find salaries. Just do it. I'll blow your mind real quick.
Okay, Indeed job search.
No, the salaries. Find salaries.
What?
It should be at the top.
Dude! Indeed. Job search. Oh, find salaries?
Yeah.
Okay. What do I type in?
Type in loan officer and do California location.
Wait, again, there's $2,000 for the $175,000.
Average.
That's pretty juicy.
And I could get that license in a month, and it would cost like $1,000. And I know like a couple loan officers down here, and basically all you do, because my dad's a loan officer, right? All he does, which it's a little different for him than I would probably be doing, because he's at a bank, so he gets most of his leads like referred to him from other branches, but he also does this is basically what I would have to do is get my own customers, because I wouldn't be at a bank probably. I'd be at just a separate mortgage firm. But you go and you meet with realtors, and I could go have like lunch, go to their open houses, and like just meet realtors, and then you get them to send you people, because there's not very many loan officers down here.
Weren't you literally talking about this like a month ago? And then you're like, oh, wait. I need to get sponsored, and I need experience, and I need a job to get sponsored.
Yes. And that's the only thing that's stopping me. But I did figure out, I was confused because I thought that you couldn't receive your license until you were sponsored, but I was wrong. So I could take the class, have my license, and then get hired pretty easily, because there's a good amount of mortgage places that require no experience, just a license, that will hire me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's kind of sketchy.
It is.
Because I think I asked my dad about it. Because I asked my dad about doing it on the side.
That's the thing,
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what he said.
Stuff like that, like real estate stuff and loan officer, like basically where you're generating your own leads, is so hard to do successfully on the side. Like if
the problem is, it's also can be hard to do just as a thing, because it's not.
Depends how much time and effort you put into it. Basically, if you're out there like every day, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, eventually you're going to
That's true with everything.
Yes, but this compounds and has no ceiling. Because when I did my senior project and I talked to the realtor, he was saying...
Definitely has a ceiling.
No ceiling.
The job itself does.
But when I was talking to this realtor, he told me that the first 2 years of... And he knows like everyone in real estate up there, like loan officers, real estate agents, anywhere in real estate. He said the first 2 years for any of those commission jobs, slow as frick. And then after those 2 years, you get your old clients to start referring you stuff, and then it comes in so fast you can't even handle it. And then you have to hire a assistant.
What are you planning on doing in 2 years, Levin?
But here's the thing. Okay, I knew you were going to ask that, and I was prepared for this. So, I get the momentum going, right? And even though at the two-year mark is when we were planning on going to Texas, which we'll still do, and it will be perfectly fine. But I will have a network here that I could always come back to, and I will have the skills of networking and talking to people and starting from scratch. So I could very, very easily start over again. Because I would know.
That's true. But what if in those 2 years they're slow as frick, remember?
They're going to be.
So if you don't have the capital, which we need for Texas.
But look at
if they're slow.
Look at the minimum on the salary thing. That's
okay. Well, Well, it depends on who hires you, right? If you can get hired.
not
right?
necessarily.
It does.
Because either whoever you work for, you're still gonna have to go out and get the same clients and do the same thing.
Because you also got to think about it like this. Obviously, you got to accept the fact that you're not very talented socially.
Yes.
And you would have trouble with something like this right now.
But
obviously, you could get good at it. But that means you're going to start off even slower.
That's true.
Because you don't have experience.
But it puts me into a do or die situation, and I have a couple connections.
I don't know, man.
It's like
you're looking at it like skills.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is that the skills that I would get from these minimum wage jobs, these $19, $20, $18 an hour jobs, are not very good. But even, because I already have a good chunk of money, okay, so even if I didn't make any money, I would still be bringing some, and I would have the skills that are very, very important.
Yes. I just think you would not be very successful, like, right now.
Yes, I think that too.
Like, because just think about it like this. How many loan officers have you seen that are 18 years old? That are making sales? None. You have not seen one. Nope, shut up. Shut up. You have not seen I have never seen a person under 20 years of age, maybe even less, making big business deals at a bank. They're all middle-aged men. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to send you a video real quick.
What? Some famous YouTuber or something that did it?
No.
What? Okay, what's the video? Send it to me.
Okay.
I mean in the real world, right? You don't walk into a bank and see on their front lines, okay, well, that's not going to work because that's on my phone.
Oh, do you want me to send it to you on your computer? I can do that.
Becoming a loan officer at 18. Okay, what did you learn from that video? I'm not going to watch it.
You are right that you don't see it very often, and it adds another level of difficulty because it's hard for people to trust you when you haven't had the experience. And
you're young.
But you get an early start before everyone, and you're learning the language, you're learning everything that goes into it, all of the skills, and some people, if you talk to enough people, some people will take a chance on you.
Yes. But that's not what we're trying to do right now.
Okay.
Unless that's what you want to do for some reason.
So...
Because we need... Skills are fine to get. Connections are great. But...
Do you remember?
You need something that's going to flow.
Do you remember this video that we watched the other day? Hang on, let me find it.
You're not playing it again.
I'm playing it again.
Go to a successful person, be like, I will work for free for 90 days. Do that and tell me how it figures out. How are you gonna find that person? Do it.
I know.
Get a job.
I know a couple of.
Get a job right now.
We just went camping with the business owners in this town.
Okay.
Easy.
You got all their contact info?
Yes.
Okay, text them right now.
Okay. I will. Okay, listen to the end of it. The end of it. Okay.
Just tell me I'm not watching it. I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving. I'm going. No, it's about time for my bed.
Okay, fine. He says that money only spends once. Knowledge...
It does not spend... Well, that is a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. What does that mean, money only spend once?
Money... If you have...
How does money spend... How does money spend once if you put it into an asset that generates more money? How does that make sense?
Money. See, if you have $100 bill, you can only
Uh-huh.
spend that $100 bill one time. That's how it makes
And it's
sense.
kind of and that's a bad thing if you don't get anything out of it. But if I put that $100 into a stock that goes 100%, that $100 just became $200. So
But
that $100 is more valuable
it
in
is.
how you use it.
It is.
Money is valuable in how you use it.
Yes.
Just like skills are. Yes.
Yes. But you have to have the skill to put it into that stock, to put it into an asset.
Yeah. And you can gain that multiple ways.
Exactly.
You can gain that from doing your own research.
Yeah. And I'm just saying that the skills that we're learning now are going to be what makes us money in the future.
Yes, I know. But what I'm trying to say is there needs to be a balance. You need to get that capital, which is going to let you get that money, and you need the skills to be able to use that capital effectively. Because if you have the skills and no money, even if you have the best skills ever, it's going to be harder to generate the money than if you had more money.
That is
As we
true.
talked about this, the more money you have, the easier it is.
You are also forgetting that we can get loans too. We don't have to have all of the capital right up front.
Yes, but we also need to look into that because again, you're talking about how we wouldn't have a job. We need to figure out just how much money we would have. Obviously, that's an option, but it's not the best. It's not the number one option because interest is just a waste of money.
Interest is about the same as inflation.
Interest is retarded. Yeah, but then you have interest and inflation.
Yeah, so it doesn't. It cancels each other out.
No. I mean, it depends on what the economy does because you cannot trust.
Well, let's say worst case scenario, Biden gets reelected. Okay? Inflation goes up to 25% a month. A loan wouldn't be a bad idea.
You're still losing money than if you just bought it up front, though, is what I'm trying to say.
Not over the long term, because the money that you...
You're still losing money, though.
But, you could have capital. That capital could, say you have $20,000. You take $5,000 in a down payment for a loan for $20,000 to buy this asset. Take $5,000 for asset alone. You get 4 assets out of the $20,000 that you would have spent on one.
What? You could just spend your own $20,000 on 4 assets.
No, say you're buying an asset that costs $20,000. And you have $20,000. You can buy it one time, or you can put $5,000 down and get 4 loans and buy 4 assets with the same amount of money. Then you're making 4 times the money, even though you're paying interest.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
What?
You are tripping ball sacks. You're tripping sack. You're tripping. You're tripping. You're tripping.
Why is that not how it works?
You are tripping.
Why?
Interest.
Interest
if you
is...
put the money forth, you don't pay interest on capital.
Interest isn't that much.
You don't. You own one and you don't own the other.
But you're making money on both of them.
But you don't own it.
Does it matter if you're making money on it?
You gotta look at assets and liabilities. Because listen. $20,000. Listen, $20,000, right? Okay, I'm trying to explain this to you. $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
Say we're buying 4 $5,000 assets, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we just have the $20,000 up front.
No. Not 4 Wait, 4 $5,000 assets?
Yes.
I was saying 4 $20,000 assets with $5,000
Okay.
down.
On each one?
Yeah.
Okay, but then, so that's $100,000
No.
total?
No. Yeah, in loans. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No,
And what
80.
would the interest be on that?
80,000 because it's 4.
Say 7% interest, you're paying an extra $7,000. Rather
Yeah.
if you just have that $100,000 up front.
But you're making 4 times what you would be making if you only had 1.
Okay, but then the problem is you don't own those assets. So you can get away, because obviously you can get away with loans if you can get them loaned. That's the point of line of credit. You're talking like lines of credit, not loans. Which they're similar to the same thing. But if we're talking like in business terms, buying 4 $20,000 assets because you don't have the money. Because I was thinking if you have the money instead, but that's the point of a line of credit. Is if you don't have the money, but you need to put money into an asset, you get a line of credit from a bank.
Okay.
Which you know what a line of credit is, I'm guessing.
It's very similar to a loan.
It's a pool of money that the bank has you approved for that you can pull out. So it just pulls out as a liability. So I think you're thinking of it like getting 4 separate traditional loans, which just simply doesn't make any sense. But if you have a line of credit and you have $250,000 in the line of credit and you need to buy $100,000 worth of assets and you think that you can make money off those assets based off the interest and having them, then yes, then you can pull that money out, and that's how that works. But it would be preferable, which is what I'm saying, to just have the $100,000 cash up front. That way you don't have the liability that you have to worry about. And you aren't paying the extra money in interest.
You make no sense.
So what I'm saying is, it's better to have the money than have to borrow the money, obviously.
Obviously, but the earning potential isn't there.
If you have the money, it is. What you're saying is using loans for beyond what you have in money.
Yeah.
You have more potential to earn money because you're using money that you don't have.
Yeah.
Because you're using more money in assets. Yeah. That's why lots of businesses are in debt. Or have lots of debt.
Do you know?
Because they make money off the liabilities.
Yeah. Debts are a good thing because you don't pay taxes on debt.
But the thing we were arguing about is I was talking about if you have the money up front, it's better to use your money than to borrow money for the same amount.
I disagree.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay. So
if you have $20,000, if you have the $20,000, it is better to use the $20,000 that you have, as long as you have other money for other expenses, than to, for no reason, borrow $20,000 to pay towards that asset. Because then you're going to be paying extra on interest, and you have the liability to worry about.
But you only have the liability if you don't make the payment, and if it's making money...
And you don't own it.
So?
So worst case scenario, it's just used as collateral.
Yeah. The worst case scenario.
Which makes you lose money. But if you owned it entirely, then that's completely on you, and you lose less money. It's less of a risk.
But for the same amount of money, you could be making 4 times the money, and you don't...
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about putting the same amount that you have in money, not buying a loan beyond your buying capabilities. Because we got to look at it like a balance sheet, like what we have in cash, what we have in our total assets, and what we have in cash available right there.
I'm so lost right now. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're trying to get like loan happy. Basically.
Well, I've seen so many people talk about this, even in real life. I've met people that do this, and it makes complete sense. Like, if you have... Okay. So if you get a loan on something, it puts you in debt. And it is a liability, but it's only if you don't make the payments is the only time that it goes against you. So as long as you're making the payments, which you likely would be if you're making money from it, then you keep the
As
thing.
long as you're confident you can make money off it.
Yeah. You make the money, you don't pay the debt or you don't pay the taxes on the debt because you only have to pay for the $5,000 down. You don't have to pay taxes on debt. You just pay taxes on what you get.
That's why companies use lines of credit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Accounts payable. That's like the idea behind accounts payable too. Not paying up front because you don't have the cash, but you still get the asset.
Yeah. So say even if it costs you $7,000 more, and because you're buying 4 of them, it would only be $80,000 worth of assets. So say it costs total $87,000, and you make each one of the assets makes you $7,000 a year. You're still making. Even if you take away the interest, you're still making $14,000 more than if you only had one a year.
Oh, we've had comments.
Oh, just join. I don't know the context, but worrying about interest now isn't a great idea in my opinion. That's like worrying about taxes. People who make over $1 million. And don't even make. Yeah. Interest is like not.
The taxes people get over $1 million is retarded, so.
Yeah, but most people
if you don't use your own money, don't you end up paying more in taxes than if you would have spent it on interest?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You end up spending more if you buy it with your own money on taxes than you would be spending in interest.
Yeah, that's true a lot of the time. But what I'm saying is, with a lot of things, it's better to own it as an asset than as a liability for some things.
For some
obviously, because
sure.
that's how people get out of taxes a lot, is they put a ton of their stuff into liabilities, and they don't own a lot of assets. Which, once you reach a certain threshold of safety in your network and your worth, that is a good idea.
But why not?
But you gotta... Because you don't own the actual thing.
But why does that make a difference?
Say for example, you have a $30,000 car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And say the bank has a collateral on it, right? So say you can't make the payments, and so they just take the car. Mm-hmm. Then you just made payments on the car, and you don't own it anymore. Mm-hmm. So you just completely lost money based on the payments that you made and the interest that you had and all that.
And that's because you didn't make the payments.
But you realize that not everything is gonna work out as planned. Not everything that you're gonna buy is gonna produce the expected income.
Yeah, not
That's
everything
why
is
when
gonna...
you make when you take out loans and stuff like that in lines of credit, you just gotta be safe with what you do stuff.
Yeah.
And you gotta balance what you own, what your liabilities are, right? You gotta take depreciation into account on the assets that you own.
Which that's another cool thing,
right?
Is you can write off depreciation on a lot of things.
And obviously you're not gonna be able to get a loan on everything. That's why we should stop talking about it as loans and think about it as lines of credit.
You could go either way.
That's what we'd be setting up.
That's true.
That's what we'd be setting up. Is a line of credit, is a business line of credit. Banks don't really do loans for business.
I've heard
they do. They do
plenty.
But if we're trying to gain assets, it'd just be better to do a line of credit. You pay like very little interest on it, and you can take the money out at will, so you don't have to worry about contracts or like payments, stuff like that. You just take out what you need, and you don't worry about the bank overcharging you for stuff.
Okay. Glad we had that conversation.
Yeah, that was the most unproductive conversation, I feel like.
Yeah. So, which jobs should I apply
It's too late. Apply for the U-Haul if you want to apply for a server, I would do that. Maybe the teller, but it's kind of sketchy whether you get it. But you could maybe just apply for it just because.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I would look at.
Okay.
And then if for some reason you want to do delivery driving, that could be juicy. But
which one?
It's up to you.
The pizza? Or the other one?
Yeah. Or what was the other one?
The Amazon contracted one.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Just apply, basically. And
Yeah.
see what they say. That's what I think.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
I was recently in a 20-foot enclosed trailer. And it is a lot of space. I think we could easily make 2 escape rooms out of a 30-foot trailer.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of space.
Mm-hmm. And fit 8
Room's
people.
naturally going to be small.
8 people on each side.
I think that's a pretty juicy idea.
Yeah. I'm going to have to buy the Raptor.
I think the RV rental idea is pretty juicy.
I think so too. Yeah. I'm just going to have to buy a Raptor. That's all there is to it. So then we can start that and tow stuff and go on cool.
You'd buy a Raptor in the trailer.
Yeah.
It'd be a little better if I was with you. We could look at that sooner.
Yeah. But no.
No. You had to move to frickin' Butt Crackville.
Well, it's actually...
Butt Crack, Central California.
It's actually not that bad. I kind of like it here.
I'm sorry.
But
you know what your taxes are going for once you start paying them?
Actually, I was on a paycheck calculator, and for California, if I were to make $15.50 an hour, and I worked 80 hours, so a full-time job, paid every 2 weeks, my gross paycheck would be $1,240, and my take-home...
You made how many an hour?
$15.50. And my take-home would be $977 after taxes.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah. Which, that's not much different than your taxes. It sounded like.
See, like, okay, let me look at what mine were again.
Because I take home 78.8% of this.
Let me look at mine. So how much percentage is taxes about? Because it depends on what you do for like balances or
it's about
allowances.
It's about 21%.
21% of your paychecks in taxes?
Yeah.
I think it's about the same. But I was talking about where your taxes are going. They're going towards freaking abortion clinics. LGBTQ plus IA minus caret divided by sine square cube division.
Well, part of yours are too.
The government here is a lot better than yours, buddy.
Part of them are going to federal taxes, though.
Which isn't much better, unfortunately.
Exactly. So it's still going to the same thing.
Your state's still garbage.
I agree.
Okay.
But it's not bad.
So, let me view this. Yeah, 1,700 in gross pay, basically. Holy crap. That's with a tiny bit of overtime, too.
Dang. How much do you get? Time and a half?
Yeah.
So how much is that? Like 38?
30, no. Like 33.
Oh.
Okay. So 16 1695. Oh wait. No. Am I retarded?
Yeah.
%19.
Of yours?
Yes.
Dang.
That is too much.
Yeah. And you're in Idaho.
Idaho's taxes are terrible.
Yeah. Is there income tax in Texas?
That was one thing I was also thinking is when we're predicting income for our business, we gotta consider taxes.
Unless we have
which we weren't really doing the other day.
A very, very good and skilled CPA person.
Strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loophole.
Unless we have a very good. Yeah, unless we have a very good personnel.
Yes.
That can do the job. Because I'd rather pay someone $5,000 to make a little loophole and make us pay conveniently $10,000 less in taxes.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty nice.
That would be nice.
Oh, the IRS is knocking at my door.
Sorry, we're not.
Oh,
no
funny.
solicitors.
I'm not home. Okay. This stream went way longer than it should have.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I gotta go to bed, basically, which is annoying. You know what I did today outside of work? I worked out, ate, and talked.
Wow.
But
I mean, better than
it is what it is.
Better than school. Still better than the school day.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Anything
homework?
else?
No homework. I don't think so.
Okay. Friday at 3, unless come up with another plan in between then.
Oh yes, Friday at 3, and you need to start posting on Instagram.
I'll try. I'll try to post on some shorts too.
Yeah.
But I just haven't been getting good Instagram moves.
Well,
okay.
Also, too, if you have like something you want to say, just record yourself. Just do like a 15-second video.
Yeah, I haven't been doing that either.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.